Currently, we have 4 maps available in the World War III game, and they are Berlin, Warsaw, Polyarny and Moscow. Each map is made with a great attention to details, and the Farm 51 team did a great job when it comes to the construction of the maps. We have it here multi-level maps made in such a way that you can always hide from the enemy, close combat and the distance fight or vehicles fight. Everyone will find something for themselves. I will tell you a little about the places on the map and also show you some details that are hard to find in other games from the AAA segment. If you want to learn a little more about the maps in a WW3, I invite you to the today episode. We will start with Berlin first. I want to make you aware that each level replicates the actual places in the world that really exist. Even the layout of buildings is similar to that of the real world. Also, here I'm walking for you right now in the front of the Brandenburg Gate. Of course, the name of the stores and certain things had to be changed due to the inability to use them in a game, but it does not change the fact that the immersion remains at the really high level. It is worth paying attention to the number of details that accompany us. There is no empty spaces, we have holes, trees, broken buildings. You can feel the atmosphere and you can see that the war is just going on. In the shots, you can also see the buildings are not a uniform texture and we don't have a copy and paste here. Each object is remodeled and reshaped to reflect the authenticity of the current situation as much as possible. We will now run to point B1 and B2 on the map. You just see point B1. There are a lot of the covers and the places where we can hide. I would like also add there are most often mid vehicles, but they also have access to the point C1, C2 and A2. Now we will enter to subway. I would like to show you a few flavors and nice details. The point B1 and B2 are located at the top and the bottom respectively. At this point you can see a nice game of lights. In addition, we have such flavor as sparks or damage elements that allow you to feel the atmosphere. The lamps blinks as if they are damaged, and there are 2 big holes on the right side. Right now you can see point C1. I'm in the office building where I can hear phones all the time. The point itself is quite open, so you need to defend yourself, talk and cover each other to quickly take it over. Please note that in each room we have some papers on the floor, cardboard boxes, covered pallets. Right next to it is a point C2. It is a building in which you will often have to fight in close combat at close range. Note that when I'm run in the air, we see some papers, which really creates a night atmosphere. You can see for yourselves. The map is full of details. We will now go to point A1. Already you see point A2. For 1 second I'm turn left and go inside the building. I would like to tell you about in this game already we have 2 game modes. First one is a team deathmatch, the second one is a tactical ops. The maps are suitable for both modes. I have to admit however that in team deathmatch you have to run quite a lot to find opponent. Tactical ops is in my opinion more balanced. In this mode we have a fight 20 versus 20 soldiers. There are situations of sharp fire, but also there are stoppages to brave a moment and move with the squad to the next point. We currently have a view from the point A2. We often deal with the snipers here. We have a shortcut right next to it and we can quickly go to the middle of the point. We are now in Warsaw. At the beginning I will go to primary school to show you something nice. See for yourself how cool it looks. Music speakers and the worn gym that we may know well from school days. On the wall you can see the sign of the Polish fighting symbol already in here and the front of me. Now I go outside, you can see like in the air we have some papers and hubs. What is quite interesting, the maps have many interesting and cool transitions. Now I would like to show you the buildings. Note that the texture is not same. You can see that the tenement houses are dilapidated. See for yourself, the elements are really nice made. Now you see point A1 in the underground garage. Another show details on the map. See for yourself. At this point we watch a tunnel. In here I would like to show you some details like papers on the ground, bins, bags, pallets and other things. Now we see point B2, which is an open point. We will often find vehicles here, and of course a view of the Palace of Culture in Warsaw. Maps are quite big in my opinion. We could easily have a 25 versus 25 players mode or even increase this limit up to 30. I think it would increase the intensity of the fights. Look on other details. On the left I have an excavator, on the right open pipes, and now I have a quick fight between me and another soldier. And of course use a medkit. Now we will go to the gallery. Yes, it is a golden terraces. Also very well and credibly reproduced. We have 2 points here, point B1 and C2. In these places they only exchange fire between the infantry. From time to time someone also jumped to the point with a Leviathan, a small combat robot with MG or rockets. This gallery itself has at least 2 levels. We walk either downstairs or upstairs. However, every time we have covers, obstacles and other things that prevent us from dying so easily. This is huge plus of this production that I mentioned at the beginning. The lack of empty spaces makes for a much cooler tactical approach. You can go as a unit together and cover yourself, fire at the enemies from cover places or just rush. Tactics and behaviors depend on the given situation and possibility. Now you can see point C1 where we have a crash plane and one of the coolest spots. Vehicles fight often take place here, but the infantry also has a lot to say here. The fight takes place in the front of the Parliament and the Palace of Culture. The next map will be Polyarny. You can see the snow sticks floating in the air. At the beginning I will take you to the basement in the building to show again how the places in this game are interestingly made. There are several such cellars and each of them is different from each other. Check out the textures on the walls. Let's jump compare these 2 pillars. You can see that they look completely different. The company did not really have to do so many details. It was enough to insert copy and paste or serve 2 diagrams of such cellars and that paste them in the right places. For me a big plus for this production for the fact that the guys from Farm 51 wanted to do more, and thanks to that the game will benefit a lot. Currently you can see point A2, we have many vehicles fighting here, so you see already on the front. Now we see murals on the building, the first one. I'm jumped to the another one for show you another mural on the building, and other thing is you see about the snow is like falling down on the map, like everywhere. Now I jump into action to shoot a bit and I will show you point B1, which is a building, and there they are only fight in close combat. Vehicles sometimes tarnish windows as support. Overall there is a lot of fight here as well as on A1 point. The building is exactly in the front of me. For 1 second I'm taking you to another basement on the map. You can see for yourself how it looks. Look on this texture, look on these details. It's completely different than previous one. At the moment you can see the square where we can replenish ammunition, supplies and the vest. The map is strongly focused on vehicles combat, however as an infantry you can quickly move through the between points using covers and a few buildings. The closed points are A1, B1 and B2, while the open points are C1, C2 and A2. Before we run out, it is worth taking a look around to see if there are any tanks around us. At this point we enter point C2, where I will show you some details again. You can see on the square we have tanks and the rocket launchers. So you look around and you see like how many details again we have around us. We are currently at point B2, where we have a store. Currently we have a lot of battle here. Often the infantry bunkers inside and shoot from the windows. Vehicles can drive up there, but it does not drive inside. Often we meet in here like infantry and we shot inside the building. Sometimes also we meet vehicles outside the point. Now point B1, and here I will leave you alone for a moment. The building is 2-level, but you can actually attack it from any side, even through the windows. The best option is shot outside from the windows and bunker in here, so you can defend this point. Is really difficult for attack this point when someone defended. Also we have 2 levels in here. Already I'm downstairs and see the books on the shelves. And finally, like garages, so a short sneak peek from the garages located between point C2 and B1. And quick fight with one guy, which I am lost, unfortunately. And the last battlefield is Moscow. The church is visible in the background. This map is typically focused on vehicle, because in the center we have a large square where we can easily eliminate infantry units. Point C2 and C1 are placed in the center of the map, and also divide the map in half. Point B1 and B2 are fighting them only in the middle, and point A2 and A1 are one on the other side. Despite everything, we have a lot of small hills and broken vehicles that we can hide behind. Moving in the middle of the map is difficult, but possible. In the background we also see broken buildings. Now take a few photos from the center of the gallery. It has 2 levels, upstairs and downstairs. Vehicles will not enter these points, as only infantry is concentrated here. We have like a few shops, like empty shops already, because we have also many broken parts in here. Now I wanted to show you point A1, which is a huge building in which we are fighting in the middle, and again pay attention to the details. See for yourself. We have broken pillars and elements, ballets in the walls. Also we have scaffoldings, so we can flank other squads and find other way to go inside. One more shot again. Look on this wall, for example. Every one part have a different texture, so it's absolutely amazing, because give us more immersive. And few more shots from inside the building. Look again. So we have like a broken glass on the ground, broken floor, open window, wind go inside. Is quite nice. I have hope I managed to show you how many details are on the World War III game. The graphic at a really good level, and the design and structure of the map are exemplary. Personally, I have a great fun of them with a play both vehicles and infantry. There are many ways to flank or defend points, and it really depends on the situation. It is true that the maps we should have a bit more, but I have hope that the Farm 51 team will prepare a nice surprise for us on the open beta in March. Anyway, one thing I will tell you in the end of this video. The truth is, not many companies want to make for us players a good games with a lot of details, which is a nice because they make the game unique and atmospheric. The WW3 climate game cannot be denied. And in the end I left a little interesting thing. There was a Smolensk map available in the game before, but it has not been finished. I think exactly this map will be introduced first on open beta in March. Time will tell. Previously that map was available, but with a no texture. Meanwhile, thanks a lot guys for watching this video. If you like it, leave the sub and like, and ring the bell to be up to date. KOSZEK made this video for you guys. Wait for next episodes from WW3 game. Thanks a lot, stay tuned.